today was a complete disappointment on the potatoes, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a garden update since I haven't done one in what seems like forever. So let's take a look at what we got. I don't know if I've done any updates of these, but this is a birdhouse gourd. Got it growing up the deck. It's hard to tell, but this one goes up and back down and then up again. But we've got some flowers on it. It's a really pretty flower. I know you can't see that. Or maybe you can. But hopefully we'll get some gourds off of that. It's pretty cool. This is my cold frame. It's pushed back, but I planted some peas there, and they're flowering. Actually, no, it's a flower. But got some peas, and this thing here, I believe this is a honeydew melon. And the only reason I think that, I didn't plant it, but I had thrown some honeydew rinds into the worm bin, and I think that I took that worm compost and put into this cold frame. And this is actually some lettuce that I had from last winter. All this lettuce here. And it's still growing. So I need to get this bed cleaned up for another growth of lettuce. This is the blackberry. I was really disappointed in this year's blackberry harvest. I mean, I've got probably a double handful, but really disappointed. Luckily, me and the boy, we've got some wild ones and got those canned, so we'll have plenty of blackberry. But this thing just did not produce like it did last year. And right behind it is the grape. Still have them here, but I don't know how they'll do. It's a huge grapevine though. I really need to figure out how to prune this thing so that it does nice and build a better trellis than this. These are the little cheapo T-post star picket. Here's one of the tomato beds. Now all these, the super sweet, we picked all of those today, so you won't see many red ones on it. Couple. But look at these Romas. Yeah. And I've been picking those every day too. I tell you, it's a shame that I don't like the tomatoes, because well, we got them. We got them indeed. Enough for us and the squirrels. Now here's where I planted the cantaloupe, and I'm actually ashamed I didn't do better. I honestly did not think it would grow. I've never had luck with cantaloupe. But look at these things. They're doing awesome. And because I didn't take it serious, look at these weeds. I'm ashamed. This was the mound from the sod from that bed. There's another one here somewhere. Right there. And there's another one over there somewhere where I can't get to. But it's doing reasonably well. And the dogs go crazy. The peanuts have gotten blown over. You get this weed. Yeah, the peanut has gotten blown over, but I think it'll still do well. There's 3 of them here. I've picked all the onions. There's a couple of little stragglers there that I left in, but I'm getting that part ready for the fall planting. Look at this celery. Isn't that awesome? I don't know that it'll grow up to be the stalks. I did put a toilet paper roll like Praxis suggested. I don't know if I did that right, but it's doing okay. No matter what, I'll save that and dry it if it doesn't become stalks. But like most of the stuff here, this year's an experimental year. But it's doing great. I don't know, that's a foot tall now. Pretty cool. Here's some more tomatoes. This one's kind of weird. It's got some kind of rust. But it grew up to this height really quick and then just stayed there. And you know, it's put on a little fruit, but it's all been sickly looking. But yeah, this plant, something's wrong with it. But all the rest have done really well. You can tell by the yellowing on the leaves that I need to take better care of them. But I tell you, it's a full-time job just picking them. Here's the yellow pear. Oh my God, it's put off the fruit. The Super Sweet 100. Next year, I'm going to use these cages for the peppers, and I'm going to build my own tomato cages using goat fencing or something similar to that. A 4-inch by 4-inch hole type fence. But because I mean, look at this, that's got to be 9 feet tall, or getting close to it anyway. Oops, about dropped the camera. Sorry guys. I've got a couple of okra plants here that are, now I only planted 6, but you can tell right here, and I bet you can't even tell, right here is a little plant. They've just not done well at all, but these have. And I'm the only one in the house that will eat okra, so it has been plenty for me. So it's pretty cool. That one back there is doing okay. You can see there's one on there that needs to be picked. But I've gotten enough to eat okra once a week, which is plenty for me. The beans are doing terrible. I've not done a lot of research on the beans. I just put them in the ground and hoped for the best. They're not doing completely terrible, but we've eaten beans once, and I think you should get more than that from this number of plants. But I'll study more and make beans a bigger priority next year. The corn, I tell you, the corn's like raising kids. It'll blow over and you'll get disgusted with it. Then it'll start to straighten up. You'll be proud of it again. That sounds terrible. But the corn's doing great. I planted it late, so that's why it's so small. But I can't complain. This is the best it's ever done. And with as much shade as we get back here, and as many weeds are in there. Look at that. That's terrible.